The California ground squirrel. The California ground squirrel is in the family Squirridae. Its scientific name is Spermophilia beachy. It has a body that ranges from 9 to 11 inches in length and has a slightly bushy tail that ranges from 5 to 9 inches. Its fur is brown gray in color and has small off-white and black speckles, giving the fur a mottled appearance. They are endotherms, and the male is slightly larger than the female. The squirrels live in burrow systems that can be 30 or more feet in length and can go 4 or more feet below the surface of the soil. They live in colonies of several dozen. They are primarily active during the day, especially when it is warm and sunny. They have two periods of dormancy: during the winter, hibernation, and summer estivation, a period of inactivity during the hottest time of the year, usually lasts a few days to over a week. During dormancy, squirrels plug up their burrows near the nest with soil. The squirrels breed once per year and average 7 to 8 per litter. The time of breeding varies with location, and mating can last a few weeks. Females are promiscuous, and litters can have multiple paternities. Ground squirrels are primarily herbivores, with the diet varying seasonally. Post-herbaceous diets consist of grasses and herbaceous plants. Once annuals dry, they produce seed. That seed then becomes the diet of the squirrel. The forage range usually does not exceed 75 yards from the burrow.
California ground squirrels can be found from central Washington through western Oregon, California, and into the northern parts of Baja California. The squirrel is found in plains, small meadows, tree-covered hillsides, rocky outcrops, and granite taluses. California ground squirrels utilize cheek pouches while they are foraging to collect more food than would otherwise be possible in one sitting. Like gray squirrels, they store food for future use. California ground squirrels reside on the ground and in burrow systems. The burrows can house many generations, forming a small colony, and each individual has an entrance of their own. Males are often territorial. The ground squirrels tend to stay within 150 yards of their burrow systems and usually retreat to their entrance for safety. They also create habitat for other animals, such as rodents and snakes, which occupy empty burrows. California ground squirrels use a variety of sounds, tail signals, and scent production as means of communication. They belt out a high-pitched alarm call when they feel threatened. The calling can last for several minutes. Here's an example of this. Another type of defense that the California ground squirrel has is the swishing of the tail from side to side, which is called tail waving. This tail waving helps the squirrel to deter a snake attack. It was shown that the snakes attacked the squirrels that exhibited the tail waving at a shorter distance than those that did not, and a majority of those tail waving squirrels successfully dodged these attacks. As you can see from these infrared images, the squirrel floods its tail with blood, which confuses snakes while they are attempting to strike it. California ground squirrels also have an immunity to rattlesnake venom, which further helps them survive rattlesnake attacks.
The California ground squirrels are the leading vertebrate pests in California. They can cause substantial amounts of indirect and direct damage to agriculture and the urban sector. Because of their varying diets of seeds, nuts, fruits, and grasses, squirrels can damage a large variety of different crops. They feed on small seedlings or ornamental plants in addition to vines and small shrubs. Certain times of the year, they will feed on nut crops such as walnuts, almonds, pecans, and more. They will also take more nuts and grains just for storage over the winter months. Squirrels also have a tendency to chew through drip tape and sprinkler lines. Although the direct feeding of crops can cause an economic burden, the indirect damage they cause by digging their burrows can be more costly. A ground squirrel's burrow can have many different entrances, sometimes upwards of 20. As mentioned before, the burrows can be more than 30 feet in length and 4 feet deep. All this can cause major erosion problems and in some cases structural foundation problems. They tend to burrow around the base of the tree and shrub, which leads to root exposure that can kill the roots.
Ground squirrels are non-game animals and can be taken at any time and by any means. Predator species like hawks, eagles, bobcats, and coyotes take ground squirrels, but most will only take what they need and won't be able to keep populations down and stable. Falconry is one of several biological control methods which may be used for management. These birds are trained to scare off and kill vertebrate pests in specific cropping systems. Dogs are another type of species that can be used to control the populations of the ground squirrels. They can help by preventing squirrels from entering small areas, but have little to no effect on squirrels with an established population. Killing traps include conibear traps and box or tunnel traps. These traps kill by breaking the neck of the squirrel and in most cases instantly killing the animal. However, sometimes an extra smack with a shovel or stick won't hurt. Conibear traps are placed at the entrance to the squirrel's burrow. In case the trap is armed and needs to be moved, we're going to go over the proper way to disarm a conibear. Should you trip the trap with your hand? Absolutely not. Should you trip the trap with your boot? No. Instead, use an inanimate object such as a stick, or in this case, a small log.
Fumigation of ground squirrels occurs during the spring and should be done when the soil is moist to ensure that no gas escapes. After the giant destroyer is lit, place the smoke end into the open face of the burrow. When the giant destroyer produces a steady flow of smoke into the hole, cover the backside of the fumigator and the hole with soil so the smoke is directed throughout the rest of the burrow. Once the burrow is fully fumigated, the squirrels conveniently suffocate and die. The rodenator pumps in a mixture of propane gas and oxygen into the squirrel burrow, and then mixture is remotely ignited, sending a concussive blow throughout the burrow, killing any animal inside.